you need to remember this. Most people don't know this important limitation: how long the police can detain someone during a traffic stop. If they detain a driver longer than that, the detention is now in violation of the U.S. Constitution. I'm Criminal Defense Attorney George McCranie, and I have offices in Tifton, Valdosta, and Douglas, Georgia. I practiced criminal law for about 30 years here in South Georgia. I've represented thousands of clients, everybody from factory workers to farmers, teachers, nurses, doctors, politicians, even professional athletes. And we've had great results, and I've represented their families as well. I want to tell you what I recommend doing and what I've told my clients to do in cases like this where you've been stopped and they're drug dogs and they're wanting to call them in on a traffic stop. So let's talk about it. And I've made a series of videos on what to do during a traffic stop if an officer asks you for your consent to search your vehicle. Now, take a look at them to understand more about specifically how a traffic stop can easily result in a request for consent to search your vehicle and what you should initially do to protect your rights. So let's talk about some of the actual limitations the Constitution places on a drug dog search during a traffic stop. Now, this is the most important part of this video. You need to remember this. Most people don't know this important limitation: how long the police can detain someone during a traffic stop. Now, please remember this. The Supreme Court of the United States has ruled that the police can only detain a driver as long as it is reasonably necessary for the officer to issue the citation. That's it. If they detain a driver longer than that, the detention is now in violation of the U.S. Constitution. So in the case of a traffic stop, when you refuse to give an officer verbal or written consent to search your vehicle, yes, they might get a drug dog. And they might say that the drug dog alerted. And they might search your vehicle as a result. But if the process of them getting the drug dog and having the dog do an open air sniff, and this also includes bringing the drug dog to the scene, takes longer than it would have reasonably been necessary for the officer to issue the citation, then the detention and the subsequent search is illegal, and the evidence obtained from the search can be excluded from court. So remember, refuse to give consent to search your vehicle and make sure to tell the officer that you do not agree to be detained any longer than is reasonably necessary for the officer to issue the citation, speeding ticket, failure to maintain lane, whatever that is. Now, follow these recommendations and protect your rights during a traffic stop. If you or a friend or family member have been charged with a crime or been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault in Georgia, contact my office, the George McCranie Law Firm, at 833-927-6227, or message the George McCranie Law Firm on Facebook Messenger. And we'll be glad to answer any of your questions and get you the answers that you need to help you understand what's going on in your situation. Again, I appreciate you watching this video. Please follow this advice. It's helped bunches and bunches of people here in Georgia. Okay? Thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it.